What you're going to learn in this next video are 3 poses and 1 breathing practice are an effective way to help you improve your underwaters. So the 3 poses we're going to do, we're going to work on our ankle mobility, our spinal mobility, moving with rhythm, stretching through the lats, which is going to help you in your streamlined position, and also strengthening the core, which is going to give you a little bit more ability to produce power in that dolphin kick. Now the breathing practice we're going to do, we're going to work on lengthening the exhales and then a little bit of a breath hold. So basically a strategy or a way that you would be using your breath underwater to be able to extend your underwaters and also developing a tolerance for carbon dioxide. First pose we're going to do is a variation of our cat-cow. We're working on our hip mobility, spinal mobility, and then also our ankle mobility. So we'll start with a classic cat-cow to begin with, and then we'll bring in the ankles. So coming to your tabletop, fingers spread wide, pointed straight forward, shoulders over elbows, elbows over wrists, knees directly under the hips, and then place the top of the feet down onto the ground. On your inhale, lift your tailbone, drop your belly button towards the ground, arching the spine, chest forward, chin forward, widen through your collarbones. And then exhale, drop your tailbone, round your spine, drop your head, press the ground away. And then moving with rhythm and breath. So start your inhale before you move. Inhale, lifting the tailbone, arching the spine, chest forward, chin forward. Start your exhale before you start your movement. Exhale, dropping your tailbone, rounding your spine, dropping your head, pressing the ground away. Inhale, lifting your tailbone, arching your spine, chest forward, chin forward. Exhale, dropping your tailbone, rounding your spine, dropping your head, pressing the ground away. Inhale, come to a neutral spine. Now I'm going to bring in the ankles here. You might want to watch your first round or just join me right away. So, from your tabletop, inhale, lift your tailbone, arch your spine, chest forward, chin forward, bring your heels towards your seat and curl your toes towards your shins. Exhale, top of the feet down, drop your tailbone, round your spine, drop your head, press the ground away with the feet and the hands, lifting the knees. Inhale, bringing the knees down, arching the spine, chest forward, chin forward, heels towards seat. Exhale, top of the feet down, rounding the spine, dropping the head, pressing the ground away with the hands and the feet, lifting the knees. One more time. Inhale, knees come down, arching spine, chest forward, chin forward, heels towards seat. Exhale, top of the feet down, rounding the spine, dropping the head, pressing the ground away and lifting the knees. Bringing the knees down. That is a great pose to work on hip mobility, spine mobility, and ankle mobility. The next pose we're going to do is child's pose, where we're really working on lengthening through the lats. I want you here to focus on what we call a 3-dimensional breath. So on your inhales, feel front, sides, back of the body all expanding. Exhales, just slowly letting go and allowing areas that you feel tight to soften. So our child's pose. We start on our knees. We can have big toes together. Knees can be together or knees can come out wide. Press your seat back towards your heels. Fold forward at your hips, bringing your head down onto the ground. Reach your fingertips forward, lengthen forward, and start to feel that stretch coming into both sides of the back, into the lats. Gently press down into the mat with the fingertips, and then feel as if you're drawing the mat back towards your armpits. So you're going to create a little bit of an isometric contraction here. Coming through your 3-dimensional breath, on every exhale, see if you can find a little release, letting go, and you might be able to walk those fingertips forward a little more. So the lats tend to get very tight on any of us who are swimmers because they're one of our prime movers in the majority of our strokes. So it's really important to create some length here because it's extremely important to have that length in your streamline. On your inhale, just come up, and that is your child's pose. Great way to lengthen through the lats and really work on being able to have that extension, which is important in streamline, but really in all of our strokes. The next pose we're going to do is boat pose. Boat pose is a great pose to strengthen the core. And what we're going to do is I'm going to show a couple of variations where we go from boat to an extended canoe or boat to a canoe. Those positions are going to look much like a traditional hollow rock or even kind of a streamline hovering our hands and legs off the ground. When we move back up, it's going to look more like a traditional V-sit. We want to do this so with control, not with speed. I want you to develop the strength and awareness here that you can later apply that when you want to create power that's going to help you with your dolphin kick. We're going to start with our heels down, big toes together, legs together, knees at about a 45-degree angle to start. Core strong, spine long, chest forward. Now, you might have your palms up and out to the side, or you might hold on to the back of your thighs. What you're going to do is rock back, okay? Bring those knees maybe a little bit more towards a 90-degree angle. Press the chest forward. This is our first variation, or actually our first variation would be holding on to the back of the thighs, or palms up. Then next variation, lengthening the legs, pointing the toes, and reaching the arms. Keep pressing that chest forward, keep that engagement in the core. Then next, lowering for 3, 2, and 1. Okay, stay connected to that core. Feel the length in the spine, and then we're going to come back up. 3, 2, 1. Okay, now another variation you could do if you still have the knees bent, you can go down to a more traditional canoe where we go 3, 2, 1, and then coming back up. 3, 2, 1. Bringing those feet down. And that is a great way to develop your core strength. What we're going to do in this breathing exercise is first really allowing ourselves to expand through the lungs in a very efficient and effective way, but then extending the exhales, so that's longer than the inhale, and then doing a little bit of breath hold at the end. What this is going to do is 2 things. 1, this is going to activate your parasympathetic nervous system, so the side of your nervous system that is responsible for rest and recovery. It's also going to be something that's going to help you when we talk about control of your breath for efficient and effective underwaters. Being able to exhale the air slowly and be able to have a little bit of a breath hold to tolerate carbon dioxide a little bit more efficiently. We're going to do this practice on our back. So come on to your back. Now with this, you can have soles of the feet flat on the ground, knees pointing up towards the sky, or maybe you lengthen the legs long on the ground. Just place one hand on your abdomen, one hand on your chest. Allow the eyes to close. And for 4 breaths, let's just notice the different qualities and patterning of our breath. Where are you breathing in and out of? Nose or mouth? What's the path of your breath in the body? Where do you feel expansion? Maybe it's lower in the body, maybe it's higher in the body. In your exhale, where do you find a little bit of release? And then what's the length of your breath? And particularly, the length of the inhale and how it might differ from the length of the exhale. Then, I want you to begin by breathing through the nose. Okay, just slowing the speed of the breath and also filtering the air as it enters into the body. And as you do that, feeling the abdomen expand and keeping the chest as still as possible. So we're starting to use the main breathing muscle that we have, the diaphragm, a little bit more effectively, moving through a belly breath. As you inhale, feeling the abdomen expand in all directions, relaxing through the abdomen, and then just slowly exhaling the air from the body through the nose. Now, continuing to feel that expansion in the abdomen, we're going to move the breath up the body a little bit. So just exhaling the air from the lungs, and on an inhale, feel the abdomen expand, the ribs widen, and then the chest rise. And on your exhale, slowly releasing the air from the body through the nose. And just doing 2 more of those 3-part breaths. Inhale, feeling the abdomen expand, Ribs widen, chest rise. Exhale, slowly releasing the air from the body through the nose. And one more in that wave-like motion of breath. Now here's where we're gonna start using our count. We're gonna inhale for 4, exhale for 6, and hold for 2. So emptying the lungs. Inhaling for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold, 2, 1. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold, 2, 1. One more time. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold, 2, 1. And then just go back to a more natural rhythm of breath. And using that 3-part breath and moving into where we use the breath on count, extending the exhale, a little bit longer than the inhale, including that breath hold. Once again, it's a great way to practice the control we need of our breath under the water, and also a great way to activate the parasympathetic nervous system when we're allowing ourselves to move through some recovery.